BJP candidate from Thrissur Lok Sabha constituency Suresh Gopi has created history by winning authoritatively from the constituency. Though I say by winning, the election commission is yet to declare his victory, but he has been leading by over 74,000 votes, and this is an unassailable lead. Even all media in Kerala have reported as he has won from the constituency. So, what is the takeaway from these polls? I feel that the very important lesson this poll offers, or this result in Thrissur offers, is to BJP itself rather than to other political parties. Because in the past, we have seen BJP candidates blaming their defeat on demography. So you cannot pass the buck. That is what Suresh Gopi's victory means. Despite a not so friendly demography in Thrissur, where you have got a significant number or decisive number of Christians, and some reports say around 2 lakh Muslim voters also. So despite all those things, all those truths, factors, Mr. Suresh Gopi has won authoritatively. It's not a narrow victory. Like if he had won by 10,000 or 5,000 votes, it would have lacked the present sheen. Now it is a very convincing win. And he has been leading right from the beginning and across different constituencies. It's not in those areas, just in areas where BJP is expected to win or demography is in favor of BJP. Mr. Suresh Gopi has been able to penetrate into each and every section of the society. So this is something really worth congratulating, because the politics, it is a lesson to politicians in Kerala. There is a message in his win. It's not just because of political gimmicks. Victories can be achieved sometimes by political gimmicks, by money power, by muscle power. There are many ways. But here it is simply hard work. This man has been in Thrissur for the last several years. Now, let us look into the takeaways offered by Suresh Gopi's win. Welcome to Insights. This is Hari Kumar. Now, let me start by saying that my own interactions with journalists from Thrissur. When Suresh Gopi was declared the candidate for Thrissur Lok Sabha seat again, so I also doubted whether this man is going to make it or mar it, because last time he got around 2.93 lakh votes, and for winning he needs to get an additional around 1 lakh vote. So is this possible? It's a very pertinent question, because here is a constituency where Christians and Muslim voters are decisive, and the BJP's organization strength is not that much. So can he make it, or is this all a hype? Just because Mr. Suresh Gopi is a film star, he can make some punch dialogues. So was it something like that? I have also doubted. But when I spoke to certain journalists from Thrissur, I found that this man has got a real chance. And some of the journalists, and one particular journalist, I am not naming him, he is the bureau chief of a very popular newspaper run by a Muslim group, and with a very clear agenda against BJP and our Sangh Parivar. So he told me that he is afraid that Mr. Suresh Gopi will win hands down. So that surprised me. So when a person who is not expected to give favorable answer supports Suresh Gopi's win, or he predicts a win for Suresh Gopi, then that he might have real popularity in the constituency. So then I watched him carefully, and I realized that he has entrenched himself in the minds of people there. So how did he manage that? he managed that. How did he manage that? He managed by sheer hard work. It's not political gimmicks actually, because he has been in the constituency for the last several years. In 2019, when Mr. Suresh Gopi came to the constituency as a BJP candidate, he confessed that he didn't get enough time. But thereafter, he stayed in the constituency. Now, he had promised at that time that if he wins, he would take active role or in the development of Thrissur Shaktan stand. It's a bus stand where private buses to different parts of northern Kerala start. So that was his promise. Where there is a market also associated with it. There is a fish market. There is a vegetable market. It is something like a nerve center of Thrissur, an upcoming nerve center. So that was the promise of Suresh Gopi. Though he was defeated, though he lost the poll, he stayed there. And since he was a Rajya Sabha MP, he donated funds from his own MP fund. And I think he donated around 1 crore and developed the Shaktan bus stand. So that was a great act. That sent a message that here is a man who keeps his promises. So that I think endeared him to people of Thrissur. Now he won their hearts. Another important thing is, here is a man who never hits below the belt. You look at Congress candidate K. Muralidharan, the arrogance in his words. Suresh Gopi never speaks like that. It's true that sometimes he gets worked up and he makes certain controversial statements. But again, he is able to convince people that it is out of his sincerity that he makes uses such words or phrases. And generally, people are willing to condone him because they have realized that this man is a sincere politician. So this is what is important to politicians. That the public knows very well that a politician cannot implement each and every word he promises. But they are bothered if the politician is sincere. Now, here Suresh Gopi has won. He was able to convince the public that he really means what he says. So this is one aspect that helped him to win Thrissur. Now, there are other aspects also. Like Mr. Suresh Gopi has been working, he knows how to manage grassroots level party workers. So he visits each and every part of the constituency, he organizes meetings, he collects information from each and every area, collects petitions from people, he tries his level best to find a solution. So it is all hard work. Actually, the win of Suresh Gopi, I will put it similar to I will compare it with the victory of Congress MLA from Karunagapalli constituency, Mr. C.R. Mahesh. There is these two candidates, these two political leaders, won by sheer hard work from constituencies from where they were not expected to get a walkover. In Karunagapalli, I have been told by my friends that during the last assembly elections, when CPM won convincingly everywhere, Mr. Mahesh won by around 28,000 votes from a constituency from where communists, both CPIM and CPI, used to win regularly. What made that possible was his sincerity, his hard work. He was there at the beck and call of the local population. He would attend to calls from anybody, let it be a communist, let it be a Sangh Parivar man. So that endeared him, this Congress man. He's a youth, endeared him to the public. And they voted him en masse and he won convincingly. The same happened, same was repeated by Suresh Gopi. I'm not saying that Suresh Gopi copied anybody. Suresh Gopi is also a man like that. Now, hard work pays. You need not have huge money and convince hire a political consultancy, hire Prashant Kishore or hire Sunil Kanugolu. It's not like that. You need to work hard. Even in modern times, when money and strategies and public relation companies play a major role, and without all those things, you can win an election. Only thing is that you need to be sincere. You need to work hard. You need to stay with the people. You need to know their pulse. You need to answer to their queries. You should not you confine yourself to silos. What happens to many BJP leaders in Kerala is that they confine themselves to silos once they get into a position of power. Kumanam Rajashekharan was one of the very popular Hindu leaders in Kerala. But when he became the state BJP's chief, I have been told by many of his former aides that he would not attend phone. You call him 10 or 15 times, nobody will respond. So this is not something that is worth emulating. This is not an act which endears you to the people. You need to have an ear to the ground. You should be grounded. You need to be a man who is accessible. If people start thinking that you are not accessible, immediately the distance between you and the common man will double. So this is not something worth practicing. Somebody might have misled poor Kumanan Rajashekharan, and he has now disappeared into political oblivion. He's not even in the picture. Now Suresh Gopi is not a person like that. Another aspect, very important aspect, is that he kept power brokers away. So this is a great thing. You need to select your personal staff, or you need to know who are there around you. Are they really helpful to you? Now, actually, I will tell you a very interesting thing. I spoke to many people before polls whether Suresh Gopi has a chance in Thrissur. But I was told, I interacted with around 15 people from Thrissur who have made a mark in different fields. Among them, 4 were from BJP. The rest were communists and congressmen. Surprisingly, all the 4 people who were active in BJP told me that Mr. Suresh Gopi will be defeated. But the rest of them, 11 people, they were from CPM and Congress. All of them unanimously said Suresh Gopi will win. I don't know whether some of the BJP leaders were unhappy with this man because he was not allowing them to control him. But he knows politics. Here is a very interesting fact about Suresh Gopi is that he is not a man who came up from BJP ranks. He didn't begin his political career as an ABVP worker or right from the grass. He was actually very close to K. Karunakaran. And in the past, there were rumors that he would be contesting from Kollam as a Congress candidate. But I think it was at that point of time that Mr. Krishna Kumar or somebody appeared in the scene, and he was given the seat. But Suresh Gopi, he himself said he started in his college days as an SFI worker. Then he shifted to Congress. He was with K. Karunakaran. So no wonder he knows strategies very well. Another factor I think that helped is perhaps Narendra Modi's closeness and the message that it gave to the common man in Thrissur. Though at the national level this time BJP has not performed very good. Mr. Narendra Modi's presence and his love he showered for Suresh Gopi in Thrissur, especially participating in Suresh Gopi's daughter's marriage, all created positive vibes. Now, BJP, of course, as Suresh Gopi said, BJP workers were with him. When they found that here is a leader who they can bank, they might have rallied behind this person. So he inspires confidence. He leads from the forefront. though he sometimes he gets overworked. He is a man who is perceived or seen as a very sincere politician. When there were problems in Thrissur Puram, he immediately responded. So these are aspects which a common man expects from a political leader. So I think Suresh Gopi's win will energize the whole BJP machinery in Kerala. And RSS and BJP should also learn some hard lessons that they don't know everything, each and everything. They are people whose network is limited, and they should accept people from outside the fold. And if these people are able to bring with them their experience, their new lessons, RSS and BJP should learn from it and rejig their political parties and gain from that. Instead of that, they should not turn their face away from people from other political parties. Those people who came up from BJP ranks, they have got certain limitations. They lack access to different groups in society. So BJP needs energetic leaders from outside also, along with their own men. There is a great lesson. There are many more things to be said. I will come up with another video. Now, if you like this video, please follow me. Meet you all with other videos on this election. Goodbye.